Good evening, you lovely lot. Welcome to Monday's edition of Monday Makers. I hope you are well. I hope you've had a lovely day so far. I hope you continue to have a lovely day, certainly for you guys stateside, with you just being afternoon time. It is just gone, just past 6 o'clock here in the UK, and thankfully the sunshine has been, well, it's adorned us this afternoon, that's for sure, not after a very miserable morning. But we've got so much we want to show you over the next couple of hours. We've had a jam-packed day today already on Crafters TV, where we kick-started with our wake-up call, and then we went into a box-making masterclass. Now, within this show here, we're going to be showing you some other things, plus you're going to be able to get your hands on them across on our website. Just go into Shop the Day, that's where you're going to find them, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. While you're there, what you can also do is have a look at our 'Tis the Season sale. It is going to be running right up until midnight on Friday, and it has been going for a few days now. And if you're thinking, well, I've already been there and I've purchased and there's nothing new there for me to look at, you may be wrong, because we've had some new lines added from today. So you can check that one out as well, up to 70% across there on our website. You will find as well a clearance section. It's not going to last long either. So while you're there, check that one out. Grab yourself some deals when it comes to our Crafters Companion products, from our tools, our cards, our papers. Well, just a lovely selection of items there in that clearance section. The other thing that you're going to find from today is you're going to find a 5 off. Now, that just means that you're going to get £5, dollar or euro off your basket. Now, what that is going to be running all week. However, it is one use per customer. And the great thing with that is there is no minimum spend, and there is only one exclusion, and that is our gift cards. Other than that, you're going to be able to take advantage. All you need to do when it comes to you purchasing the item that you want, or when it comes to your basket total, for you to then take off that £5, dollar or euro, all you need to do in that promo code is type in the word summer. Type in the word summer, that's going to take off that £5, and then that is then going to be, well, it's your advantage. You may as well use it while you can. As I said before, the great thing with that one there is no minimum spend, and there is, well, when it comes to that one, if you literally just wanted one thing and it was like £6, then you can take advantage of it, and it's only going to cost you £1. So it's a win-win. But it's running all week, so you don't have to use it today. You can then just wait and see how the week goes, and if there is anything that takes your fancy throughout the week. But once you've used it once, that's it, it's done. So shop wisely, my friend. But this one is all about masterclass. No, it's not. That was the last show. This one is all about Monday Makers, whereas we've had a lot of fun within Wake Up Call, a lot of fun within Masterclass towards that end, and we even had a lot of fun when we were having our dinner as well, by having a little sing-song that you're going to find across on my Instagram and TikTok, as well as Michelle's Instagram as well. We were having a little bit of a, well, an Aerosmith moment when it comes to Dude, it feels like a lady. So she's here with me again for the next couple of hours, Michelle. We've had a lot of fun today, haven't we? We have.
Lots of chuckles. I did warn you in, I think at the beginning of the last show, that Wake Up Call was a chuckle, and there would be lots more to come. And there absolutely has been. We've done obviously lots of very important, you know, proper work in between the shows and on the shows.
Of course.
But you know, it's good to have a giggle.
You've got to. You have to. You know, you've been here all weekend. I've been gallivanting down to London all weekend, so we just needed that little bit of downtime in between shows to have fun together. But we're going to have a look at a few certain items, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We've got those gorgeous decorative panel dies again. We were going to do the shaped card bases, but you've bought them all. So we can't be doing those, but we've got the classiques, so we're going to have another play with the classiques as well. So lots of fun.
Brilliant. And for this evening, we've got Stacey. Sorry, Susie T. It's a little bit of a joke from earlier on. Even Susie T this evening, it says, hiya, Stacey's back with you on the socials tonight. So yeah, a little bit of fun that you'll be able to know exactly what we're on about if you go back and watch today's shows earlier on in today. But yeah, so we've got Susie T is on the socials. We've got Ben McCarthy's popping in again saying good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ben. We've got Craft Day, Stacey Lou saying evening all. Jessica Strickler is saying good afternoon, everyone, from the stateside. We've got Lynn Blackledge, hashtag Go Live Granny, saying evening from Isle of Wight. She's also saying, have you two curtailed the giggling? Yeah, well, it did kind of go into the little break there after masterclass, but we did kind of, sometimes every now and again, you just get to a point where you completely lose it. And that's exactly what we did right towards the end of masterclass. So I would urge you to go back and have a look at that later on in the day after we finish for the day. Crafty Stacey Lou saying, not any sun here in Aberdeen. That doesn't surprise me. Back in Scotland, it's not often we get the sunshine. Kathy Grundy is saying, good evening all. I'm new to Crafters TV, so please be gentle with me. Lol. Kath, well, it's lovely to see your name popping up. It's lovely for you to introduce yourself. We will absolutely be gentle. Hopefully we can inspire you. Maybe you're going to find a few deals that are going to you're going to take advantage of. Main thing is as well, if there's anything you want to ask, if there's any questions, if there's anything you're unsure of, then just get in social with us, whether it is Facebook or YouTube, and I can fire the questions across to Michelle throughout the show, but Susie T will certainly look after you. Philip Watson's in saying good evening. Hannah Goslin-Smith is in saying good evening all. Lynn Morton is saying, hi Michelle, Craig, team social and all the CCTV team. Evening from, just up the road there in Newcastle. Evening to you, Lynn. Betty Weaver saying hello from Idaho, and Kath Grundy is from Bolton, and she's found Crafters TV on the website. Always lovely to know where you find our Crafters TV shows, whereabout, if it's from our socials or whether it's from the website, and that's exactly where you found it, Kathy. So it's welcome to, tonight's Monday Makers. So let's have a look at the very first item that we are going to be having a look at. And this is going to be our brand new pick of the day. So this is our brand new pick of the day, where this is all about our ink pads here. So this is all about our Pigment ink pads. Now when it comes to the Pigment ink pads, what you are going to be getting is you're going to be getting 11 of the Pigment ink pads. Now these ones here, these are one of our main ranges within Harmony Spectrum Noir. Now this one's a Pigment ink pad, really good for then using with your embossing powders, but you can start to build up that depth of colour. You could build up the layer of colour if you want, as well as being water-based. So many other materials and certainly many techniques that you'll be able to use. Now with this pick of the day, you're going to be £38 or $58. Platinum price is £30.40 or $46.40. Remember, take advantage of that £5 off if you want to with today's pick of the day in that promo code at the end of checkout being summer. That then means that this is then going to come down, well, if you're at platinum level, this pick of the day today is going to come down to £25.40 or $41.60 for all 11. You're going to get the double points as well, as you always do when it comes to a pick of the day, and it consists of all of these. So you're going to get the Damson Wine. You're also going to get the Lagoon. You're also going to get the Baby Blue. You're also going to be getting the Bordeaux. You're also then going to be getting the Spring Meadow. You're also going to be getting the Oasis. You're also getting the Misty Morning. You're also going to get the Seal Brown. You're then also going to get the Spa Blue, Pink Tulip, and also the Twilight Grey. All 11 of these are what's going to be coming your way. Now, these are the Pigment ink pads, as I say. Pick of the day does mean that it's going to end just before Wake Up Call tomorrow, or stock dependent, of course. So if you want to take advantage of that one, then please do so. It does work out, I was doing a little bit of maths this morning, it works out when it comes to these ones, 7 of these would come to £41.93 or $62.93. That's how much you would be for just 7 of them. You're getting 11 for less than that. You're going to be getting 11 for £38 or $58. But even if you are not in Club Inspire, and this is the key thing, even if you're not in Club Inspire, you can still take advantage of that £5 off when it comes to that today's price as well. So please don't think as though you have to be in Club Inspire to take advantage. You absolutely do not. So £38 or $58 minus that 5 if you choose to use that today. It's there on the website .co.uk.com or .eu. So you are going to find these ones on there up until just before Wake Up Call tomorrow, or taking in mind we do and we can be busy throughout the night as well because of the time zones across the world, so keep that in mind. If it is something that you're considering, then get them into your basket and checked out ASAP. So that is your pick of the day pigment ink pads. What we're also going to be having a look at and featuring as well, which would work really, really well hand in hand when it comes to the pigment ink pads, are our Christmas decorative frame. This is our stamp and die 6-piece collection. However, within each of these sets, really you are going to be getting 3 elements. The decorative die, the outline die, and you're going to be getting the stamp to go with it as well. So this one here, £50 or $59. You've got a saving of $51.94 or $60.70. Essentially, it's kind of like half price for you guys at home. If you are platinum, though, that's going to come down to £40 or $47.20. And of course, you may choose to use your 5 off when it comes to this one here, which of course is going to bring it down that little bit more. And these are all consistent of Christmas themes. Now, you've got the fallen snow. Now, within these ones here, yes, they're a Christmas decorative frame stamp and die, but they're also essentially a create a card. So the snowflakes, that will cut into your card, but if you use that outer die that's just on the outside where my finger is, that's going to then release it from your cardstock. You've got your sentiment stamp as well. You've got a different sentiment stamp within each one that is coming included. That one being your snowflakes. You're also then going to be getting your follow that star. So each of them, the same concept, cutting in, cutting out, but they're all giving you a framework within a different separate aperture effect within the middle. You've got a different sentiment stamp with these ones as well. You've got Home for Christmas. So it's same idea, cut in, cut out. But then you can start to do little bits of fussy cutting. You can layer up your die cuts. You can do paper piecing if you want to. And you can even do decoupage. It's entirely up to yourself. We've got Christmas foliage. Why not come along with all of your flower poinsettias and add extra depth and dimension to them and decoration. But cuts in, cuts out, and you've got the Deck the Hall stamp as well. Then what we've also got is we've got our Dashing Through the Snow. So you've got Santa there with the raindrops over that skyline, over the rooftops. Maybe you're going to come in with your pigment ink pads that are your pick of the day and then add that backdrop of colour and blend. You can absolutely do that, but cuts in, cuts out that you can see within that one. And then last but by no means least, we've got Merrily on High as well. So you've got the bells there, you've got the berries with all of that holly as well. Nice one to do, as I was saying a moment ago, and that's paper piece, but you've got that option whether you're cutting in or cutting out. You can, of course, use your own sentiments. You don't have to use the ones that are included within these ones here, or use them to frame a photo or stamped and coloured impression. Once again, completely up to you. These are all going to go through a variety of your die cut machines, not just the Gemini, but an exceptional value at near half price essentially. That today's price being £50 or $59 for all of these, with a platinum price of £40 or $47.20. So going for that one, if you're going to use your 5 off within this one here with the code SUMMER at the promo checkout, you of course, you would then get this. Let's say for argument's sake that you're not in Club Inspire, you're paying that today's price, you could get these ones home for £45, or for you guys stateside, you could then be $54 for all of these ones here. So that's with SUMMER, SUMMER in the promo code to activate that 5 off. It is running all the way till the end of the week, but it is one use per customer, so just keep that one in mind. So that is your Christmas frame, but then what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at our Floral Panel Creator Card, which have just done a little wander off somewhere. So we'll find these ones just in a minute. But these ones being your Floral Panel Creator Card dies. Now you're getting 2-piece collections. I think they've been popped over here. Let's have a look. We've got our, here we are. So we've got our 2-pack. Now we say 2-pack, essentially what you are going to be getting is 8 dies in total. Because within each of these packs, you've got 2 of your decorative panels and 2 of the outline. So cuts in or cuts out, but then you can start to team them together. Both of the panels within each pack complement each other, but you can do 2, you can do 3, you might just want to do 1, or you might want to start to mix and match. So maybe you're going to want to use the rose with the Gerbera. You can absolutely do that, and maybe you want to come along and colour and paper piece or fussy cut. Once again, you can absolutely do that, no problem whatsoever. So you're going to get both of them, $17.50 or $23. You've got a saving of 10%, over 10% on these two here, with a platinum price of £14 or or $18.40. Once again, you might choose to use your 5 off when it comes to that one there. As I said right at the start of this show, that 5 off isn't essentially just off an individual item, it is off your basket. So if you're putting a few of your essentials in, whatever the total comes to, put in that summer, SUMMER, and that's going to take off the fiver, £5, $5 or €5. No minimum spend, and the great thing is there is only one exclusion, and that's our gift cards. Can't use it in conjunction with that. Other than that, go nuts. Go crazy, stock up when it comes to your card stock and your adhesives, etc., etc. Just realised what I said there. So what we are going to do is, before we go any further and we go into any other little laugh and fit Michelle, we are going to have a look at these panel Create Card Dies.
Me, laughing fit, never. But yes, these Create a Card Panel Dies. I'm going to use the rose. I know I used the rose earlier, but I just used the one, I just used the foliage. We're going to use both in this demo. So I've got myself a box lid all ready to go. So overall it's 8 by 9.5, but it is going to create a 5 by 7, a 5 by 6.5 box base. So what I'm going to do is we're going to cut straight into the box lid. We're not going to mat and lay it onto this. So let me just make sure that they're both sort of facing the same way, sort of top to bottom. And I'm going to bring this in because this is just using one of my nesting dies at home. I've just cut that aperture out the middle. I'm just going to pop that on there for now, just so I can judge where I want to sit those, because I want them both to sit nicely in the middle.
Okay.
So let's just line that up with that, and then we'll line this one up as well. So I'll put some tape there. So I'm going to move that, and then I'm just going to make sure that that one doesn't move either. So lots of tape, because I don't want either of these to move from where I'm placing them. Let me just bring that in again to make sure I'm happy with that placement, which I am. So I'm going to bring in my plate. Obviously, because of the size of the card, the base that I'm using, I need to use my bigger plates and my bigger machine. But these are going to go through your mini. If you are just cutting these out to literally mat and lay it onto something, they're going to fit through your mini. And then depending if you're cutting them into a card base, what size that is will obviously determine what size machine you need to use. There we go. Just pop those there. Right, and before I move either of these, I'm going to bring in my inks. So I've picked my fuchsia and my grasshopper. So you can see you've got the ability to go through there with your inks. So that's what we're going to do. So let me just move that, because that is covering that rose just at the top. And I'm going to use my finger daubers, because it just gives me more control and not to go sort of over the edges of the die when I'm doing this.
Okay.
If you haven't got your finger daubers and you don't want to go over the edges, all you're going to do is you're going to bring a piece of card in and pop it there. So that means that when you are doing that, you've got a little bit more control and you don't need to worry about going over the edges. So just...
Such an effective thing to do, isn't it, going through the die with your inks?
Yeah, absolutely. Such a simple thing to do. I think sometimes we forget to do it, but looks amazing when you've done it. So that's a fuchsia. Let me lift that. How lovely. It just looks lovely, doesn't it? Just such a subtle, pretty effect you get. So again, I'm just going to move that tape at the top so I can get through that bit as well. And again, I haven't embossed, I haven't sort of run it back through with my rubber embossing mat. Okay. You absolutely can. It obviously makes those pop a little bit more. But I just thought, because I'm putting some ink through, I wasn't too bothered about having that extra emboss, because the ink is going to sort of do that for me, make them stand out that little bit more. So I'm going to pop that there as well, because these are quite close to the edge.
I never thought about using a little bit of card just to mask off the edge.
Yeah, it just always annoys me when you get that tiny little bit that just goes over the edge that you didn't want it to. So pop that there as well and get those bottom two pieces. Right, so let's move that. And just remember, this is your opaque pigment, so when you are removing this, it hasn't dried. It's not like a quick dry or a water reactive. It's a pigment, so it's going to take a lot longer to dry, which for one makes it perfect for that embossing, heat embossing, but not perfect for people like me who get ink everywhere. I can get ink everywhere, and I haven't even used some ink. So
how do you get ink everywhere when you've not used ink?
I can do that. It's a special gift I have. Right, so that is, I'm absolutely happy with that. I think that absolutely looks lush. Let me just, it doesn't pop out, it stays in. I thought that little bit was popping out, but it's not. So what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna bring in just some of my classiques, just to add a little bit more. I love that ink that's coming through, but just to go sort of to the next level, some of these smaller ones, I'm just going to add a little bit of my Penta. It just gives you that optical illusion of more depth and dimension. Just popping it over. So I don't want to do them all. I'm just going to do a few of the sort of smaller ones.
Can I just say, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to out Susie T for this one.
Go on.
She's just put, obviously the comments come through and there's a few of you from Ohio. I'm sorry, Susie, but I'm going to say this. And she's just put, not for an on-air question, lol, do you think the word Ohio looks like a tractor? I can't say anything, I can't unsay it anymore. Flip it around. And she sent me a picture of it. Yeah, it does.
The word Ohio?
Ohio looks like a tractor. Now she's come back to say it's a bend thing. Yeah, I can't actually see that. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Look, not an on-air question, so you ask it on air.
Yeah. So it just made me chuckle.
Made you chuckle. So just a couple of these as well. So there's sort of some little buds that I'm just going to go in with. So I've picked up my MG one. Pick up any colour that sort of goes along with whatever inks you've used. Just adds a little bit more, because remember, you obviously can use your inks and your pens together. So don't feel it like if you've used one, you can't use the other. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to leave that like that. I'm quite happy with that. Just wanted those little accents on there. And then I'm going to pop that on the top. Where is my tape pen? So pop my tape pen and pop this frame round. I'm trying to visualise the word Ohio upside down now.
I don't think she actually meant for me to turn my phone upside down. I think she just meant if you go with the tractor, if you just look at it. So I'm gonna. So she's just done it there and she sent it. And then it's just, if you flip the tractor the other way around, it looks like Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Things you learn.
You learn something new every day.
She's just put, thanks for throwing me under the bus, Craig. I think you mean tractor.
See, the education on this show, second to none.
It is.
You not only learn about crafting, you learn about random words, random food facts, random all sorts.
Things like Michelle likes.
You learn how cheeky Craig is.
Yeah, Michelle doesn't like the little wedding favours. The little sugared almonds.
No.
With the nut inside. I don't know how I can answer that, Charlotte, without being sarcastic. Yeah. Charlotte just goes, what exactly are sugared almonds? Well, they are almonds with a hard sugar coating around them. I wish you could hear the conversation in our ear. Did you just say fantastic, Charlotte? That's Haribo's. Oh, right, okay. Right, so what Charlotte was thinking is when it comes to sugar almonds, Charlotte was thinking, and I get where she's going with this.
Yeah.
You know how you get like fizzy sweets with that sugar coating, that, not obviously meaning that the sugar almonds are fizzy, but you know how you get that granulated sugar coated. That's what Charlotte was thinking that they were. No, they're just a really smooth. For me, the shell's really nice. It's nice and sweet. They're really good. But yes, I don't tend to like the inside. And I'm not going any further because this route is where we ended up earlier on in a very dodgy way. Lots of us just decant the centre of the sugar almond. Right, we've gone from sugar almonds to toffee apples. It's a beautiful box. You could then get quite a lot of sugared almonds in this box.
Too many.
Too many.
Too many.
Yeah, I don't know about any toffee apples.
I'm just used, so again, I've kept my paper clips in my pencil case next to me because they've come in so handy when I've been making boxes. So they now live in my pencil case that's right next to me. So, I mean, you know, if you wanted to pop some paper, some patterned paper on the inside here, so when you've got that top on, you've got that lovely paper coming through. You could back this with some acetate. If you wanted, you could paper piece little bits back in. But just using them as that decorative panel, adding a little bit of ink and a little bit of my classiques to it, it just makes a nice, beautiful box, just a little bit nicer.
How beautiful is that? Absolutely stunning. Really, really love that. And that could, as you were saying earlier on, that could even be a thinner box where you just have the one panel if you want to. But that's a really nice way, right at the start of that demonstration where Michelle had showed you how if you've got a pattern paper framework, how you can use that frame to then, of course, get the dies into the right position within the middle. So you can be doing that with your floral panel creator card dies. It's a two-piece collection, and I say that, and I keep picking that one up because yes, it's 2 sets that you've got. However, in total, it is 8 dies that you are getting. Within each one, the gerbera as well as the rose, you're getting 2 of the decorative panel dies and 2 of the outline dies. So you can cut in, there's one option. Cut out, there's another option. You've then got the outer die that then can create just the matte and layer. There's your third option. Or you can use, of course, the outer die to create the aperture alone. There's a 4th option when it comes to each of the sets. But then you can use 2 of them together, 1 of them together, do 3 of them together. So that's 3 or 4 or 5. You can do as many as you want, all die cut in. That's how versatile these are. And if you are using them individually or singly, then as Michelle was saying, these will go through your Gemini Mini, no problem at all. So that one, you are going to be £17.50 or $23. You're saving over 10% on these ones here. If you are platinum, that's going to come down to £14 or $18.40. If you have been watching myself and Michelle all day long, I do apologise for constantly banging on about it, but I don't want you to miss out taking advantage of that Save 5 across on our website. And as I say, keep saying, you know, it is 1 use per customer, but this is when, you know, myself, Michelle, just like you as well, if we're not on here, you know, we're getting deliveries, we're ordering stuff from our website as well. We take advantage of things like that too. We just want you to get the best possible use out of items like that. Certainly when it's a one use per customer, you want to get the best use of it. So whether it is going to be a substantial item or whether you're just going to put a selection of different items into your basket, some adhesives, some cardstocks, maybe some dies. Remember, you can take that £5 off just one item. You know, there's no minimum amount, as long as, of course, it's over a £5. Defeats the purpose then. You know, you buy something for £3 and you try and use something to get a £5 off, that defeats the purpose. So whether it's a single item or a basket, you could take advantage of that £5 off. You just need to put SUMMER, SUMMER, into the promo code on our website, whether it's .co.uk, .com or .eu, and it is going to run up right up until midnight on Friday. One per use, no minimum spend. And the only exclusion is our gift cards, which to have one exclusion is quite simply phenomenal, in my opinion. Right, let's have a look at some storage here. We're going to have a look at our slide, stash and store selection. This one here is £10.48 or $13.28. You're going to be saving 30% when it comes to this set here. If you're platinum, £8.38 or $5.62. Say this was the only thing that you were going to buy and you wanted to take advantage of that Save 5. You would get your Totally Tiffany slide, stash and store selection for £3.38 or $5.62. There you go. There you go. So that is that one that you've got there, saving the 30%. However, platinum is £8.38 or $10.62. The other thing that we've got from Totally Tiffany, which these ones, in my opinion, are so much fun. They really are. And these are your pack and your pop as well. We have got... so I just caught what from a question there from Kath saying, yes, Craig, how do I stop spending? Do you know something? I'm going to go back to what I was saying a minute ago, myself and Michelle. I know both Debbie's are the same, Jan is the same. We are all, we are all crafters at heart as well. We love our products, we use our products, we buy our products, we buy other brands as well. So when we get and we see discounts and deals like that as well, we snap them up. And it is so hard. I'm going to say sometimes it's hard as well, because we maybe get a little bit of an inside knowledge as to maybe what's coming up tomorrow or the day after, so we know what we're wanting to spend money on as well. So, do you know what? If I've never personally seen or been with a company where we get the most incredible deals like we give you on Crafters TV, and that hand on heart is the absolute truth in my opinion. So just know that you're going to get incredible savings with incredible value as well when it comes to the incredible products. But yes, let's have another look. Let's have a look at Totally Tiffany. Easy to organise. This is your pack and pop. It's kind of like one of those little flip and flop dances, isn't it? What do you call it? What do the kids call it? Sliding, no, not dabbing, Dean. Is it Leanne that does it? Twisting, it's like twist and pop or something like that. Oh, something like that, yeah. I don't know what I went with the flick there for. And I'd done something with my shoulder when we were dancing earlier, so that doesn't help. This one here is 30, so if I end up going like a chicken, it's just because I'm stretching my shoulder. £39 or $46. You're going to be saving £16.97 or $19.85 with a platinum price of £31.20 or $36.80 for all of these ones. Now, these are so simple. These are absolutely genius. They really are. Now, there's a special foam material inside, which I can never pronounce, so I'm never going to attempt to do it. But what you have got is the ability just to open them up. They all form in the same way. So you're just going to open up that zip at the top there. You've got two little handles there, and you're just going to pull that down. You're going to pull that down. You've got a special material, kind of like foam mesh within there. And then all that you're going to do is when you get it home, it will be completely flush. But what you're able to then do is you're able to come along with your tools and they just slot in. If you want bigger sections, you can pull one for a better word, clumps out of there, little sections out of there. But what you can do is just go in and pop your tools in there. You don't need to remove them. All that you're just going to do is you're just going to go back in with that zip. You're just going to pull that up, pop anything else in, and then you're going to close them. Good for travelling if you are out and about. Of course, your tag's going to be off there. That's the only reason I'm getting caught up there in the corner. So you can just close them up again. Forgot to put that one in so we can go in. So it can be any of your crafting tools. It could be your colouring mediums if you want it to be. It could be absolutely anything. Maybe you do cake decorating and you want to store any of your tools, your icing, the moulding tools or anything like that. You can absolutely do that, no problem at all. You are going to be getting the 3 of them. All of these ones, as I say, in the exact same concept that you're just going to pull down. Great for your desk, whether it's in front of your desk. Some of these actually, I know, well, not all 3 together, but individually, each of these ones would fit in the little bowlie in my car, in between the car, the bowlie, the little bowlie in between the driver and passenger side of the car, the bowlie. I don't know if it's Scottish, but I'm looking about and it looks as though I've got like 4 heads the way that everyone's kind of looking at me. The bowlie. The bowlie, how do you, B-O-W-L-E-R, bowlie. Yeah. I also call the, you know, in front of the passenger side, the bowlie. That's called the bowlie. No, I've not made that word up. No, it's my parents. The glove compartment, yeah, just call it the bowlie as well. Yeah. So you're going to get all three of these ones. E-Y, sorry, B-O-W-L-E-Y, Dean's telling me.
Bowlie.
He's obviously having a look at it. Yeah, the bowlie. They would fit inside the bowlie as well, in the middle, between your driver's side and the passenger side. Or, you know, if you've got a little bowlie just in that back seat as well for the kiddies as well, they can store their pens or maybe any of their little, their own little crafty bits. Whatever it is, you're going to be able to use these ones. Totally Tiffany, easy to organise, pack and pop. These ones being the 3-pack. So, well, they also remind me of the old drink when I was little young, the Twist and Pops.
Yes, you can still get them.
Can you still get them?
Yeah.
Reminded me of the summer holidays when we were off school and I got punted down to the leisure centre for the kids club.
Yeah.
And then in the lunchtime after, you've just spent like 45 minutes on the bouncy castle. You just go and get one of the Twist and Pops. Yeah. Talking about bouncy castle, because you know I climbed at O2 about the weekend. It genuinely is like a big bouncy castle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you get told not to bounce on it.
Ooh.
Like well, it's more like a trampoline, but you get told that you can't jump on top of it, but you do. You just want to.
Yeah, the
Incredible.
temptation.
So tempting. So tempting. It really is. I don't know why I kind of gone on to the O2, but yeah, that one being your pack and pop, that one £39 or $46. If you are platinum, that's going to come down to £31.20 or $36.80 for you guys stateside. And of course, you can take advantage of saving that £5. Now, what we also have is our shaped card stamp and die collection. Now, this one here, this is always fun. It's always popular. This is giving you the ability to create shaker cards with absolute ease. You've got 29 stamps and you've also got 18 dies in total. You're going to get all of these for $14.99 or $19.95. You are saving 65%. 65% saving, that is then in that saving price there, £29.98 or $39.90, with an exceptional, and I mean exceptional, platinum price, $11.99 or $15.96. And of course, if you take into account the discount of that extra £5, you're going to be $6.99. $6.99 for these ones here, or of course $10.96. But what you get you're going to be getting your cheers to you. So it's kind of like your little mason jar there. You can make your own little cocktails there with whatever shaker element you want. You can do your sequins or glitters or micro beads. But of course, what you've also got is this funny looking die down here, 2 of them. That actually creates your own little shaker elements. Cut them straight out of cardstock or material, or these do overlay these little stamps here. So you've got one there and one there. So you can stamp them out, die cut them, and then you've got your little fruit slices as the little shaker. You've got the tags as well, or you just might want to use the whole outer die as a create a card die. You can do that. You're also going to get the Hello Beautiful. That one there, that's what Michelle says to me every time she sees me, whenever she walks in.
She
says hello, she does. Yeah. Can't tell you what Charlotte calls me when I walk in. You've got your butterflies within these ones here. So you've got the butterflies, same concept. What's fun about these ones is you can then separate the wings if you want to. So you could have one element on one side, one on the other side, or just have that free flowing shaker side on the butterfly wings. You've got your stamps there with the sentiments too, and you've also got your shaker elements. And then last but by no means least, you've got your perfume bottle. You've got the perfume bottle there with the additional stamps, so you can add all that extra detail on if you want to, or you can colour theme it whichever colour that you're going to be giving it to, whichever recipient you're going to be giving it to. If they have a specific colour that they like, or style of bottle colour-wise that they like, then of course you can colour theme it to their taste. So you're going to get all of that $14.99 or $19.95. This isn't just a die. This is a die that creates the card base. This is the die that creates the concept. This is the die that creates the shaker. This is the die sets that create the shaker elements as well. You've got so many different ways and techniques within that 3 die sets alone, where you're getting 29 stamps and 18 dies, $14.99 or $19.95. Even better though, platinum, $11.99 or $15.96. It's certainly a fun one for the kiddies to get creative with as well. And certainly here in the UK, schools are not, or some of the schools have come off. Some of the schools come off, or some have come off, and some are a way to come off. Where I know the Scottish schools, they've just come off. So think about the summer holidays and that as well. Give them, you know, your MIDI to play with out in the garden, and they can create their concepts, do buntings and banners for parties with their friends coming around, anything like that. This is all about the fun aspect when it comes to your shaped cards. These ones are all on the website like everything else, which is .co.uk.com or .eu, all on Shop the Day. Have a little peruse while you're there. The other thing you can look at is, I know that we're saying we're in July and it's the summer holidays. It's not going to be long till the Christmas holidays when the school comes off. So there is, we've got 'Tis the Season sale, which is now ending on Friday. You've got a few extra days to go, plus you've got some new items added on from today. So instead of me to tell you all about it, here's the main man himself to tell you more.
La 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 la. Oh, hello. You caught me in full Christmas swing, decking the halls. Yeah, I know it's summer, but for crafters, 'tis the season to get started on those Christmassy projects. You can get an extra head start on our 'Tis the Season sale. We've got up to 70% off hundreds of Christmas crafting goodies. Shop with us from the 26th of June till the 8th of July for a snowstorm of amazing seasonal offers. From stamps and dies to shimmering and snowy embellishments, this is our early Christmas gift to you. So many amazing offers you won't want to miss out on. Tune in to Crafters TV and shop the Crafters Companion website for our fabulous 'Tis the Season sale. Ah.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Kate in California, I absolutely am talking about the movie Legally Blonde. That is the bend and snap. It really, really is. The bend and snap. Really. Oh, not Alicia Silverstone. Oh gosh, what's her name again? Oh, Reese Witherspoon. Yeah. The only reason she also came into my mind because did you ever watch on Apple TV the morning show with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon? Well, the third season's away to start next month.
I've not seen it.
So good. It's so gripping. Really, really good. Yeah. If you have an interest in daytime TV and behind the scenes and that, you know, it's not for young eyes, put it that way. It's really gripping, the storylines at the cover. But it was really good. Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon together, they're phenomenal. Really big cast in that. But that's why I was thinking of Reese Witherspoon as well. Pammy is saying gorgeous box, Michelle. Mary Pat 1000 saying beautiful box, Michelle. We've also got, he's saying, I got my eyebrows furrowed at the Bowley. Word 2. Is that somewhere? Is that another word or somewhere that you get your eyebrows? Are that done? And the glove compartment, which my daughter calls the glove department. We've got, if you whatever you're saying, Dean, is going right over the top of my head. I have no idea what you're talking about. You can tell that Dean is well and truly slotted into the family here. Very, very well. Lois is saying that's a very pretty box, Michelle. So is hashtag Go Live Granny. Lynn is saying lovely box. We've also got Kate in California saying, watch the earlier show. I had to keep checking my iPad volume. Apparently a few people have had to do this because all of a sudden the noise would drop. I soon realised it was because Craig and Michelle were wetting themselves laughing about that certain nuts. You do realise that that's going to be clipped out and going on social as well. That really is. We've also got Dana Walters saying, like the console or the glove box, a bowley. No. Dean and Charlotte Googled it and even they couldn't come up with anything. But it's probably just a Scottish thing that we say. We've then got Christine Mahoney saying, very pretty box, makes a very nice gift with candy in it or a mixture of cards. That's a nice idea. Certainly if you put little cards in there. Liz McLean on Facebook, schools here in Aberdeen don't finish until this Friday, Craig. I thought it must have been round about this time period because Scotland is like a couple of weeks before England and then they come off. Lynn Harvey is saying we break up for schools on the 21st where I am, so that'll be right enough. If Scotland comes off the end of this week, it's kind of like a couple of weeks after, and then England come off as well. Rightio, so let's have a look at what we are, well, we're about to have a look at just now. Now, when it comes to this next one, we're going to be having a look at our Six-piece collection. Doesn't give me a lot, Dean, to start with on that one there. Six-piece collection. We've got a couple of six-piece collections here. Shaped concept cards. This is your six-piece collection. £50 or $70. You are going to be saving over 15%. Yeah, you started with the first bit. You didn't end with the rest of it there. £40 or $56. Oh, can I just say, he is such a great guy. He really has joined the family really, really well. Good sense of humour, and trust me, just like George as well, gives as good as it gets. He just doesn't see it live on TV, although you do. The stick that we give Charlotte and Nicola and Dean and George, although George is leaving, so yeah. Stopping the stick with him, he can get lost. Right, £50 or $70, saving over 15%. If you are platinum, this is going to be £40 or $56. Now, within this one here, absolute essential when it comes to your craft day stash. Yes, it's always really good to have 8x8 cards, 4x6 cards, DL cards, but what about your shaped concept cards? Envelopes as well, and you've got the templates to do the mats and layers. So you're going to then be getting your tri-fold shutter cards. Now you've got the actual card bases. Now these are already scored and they are cut where needed. It's harder to see on the boards, but they are all done for you. All of the envelopes with them, and you've got all the templates as well for the mats and layers. What you've also then got is the zigzag. So all you need to do is draw around, cut around, and then of course you just form that together when it comes to the mats and layers. You've then also got your step rocker as well. You're also then going to be getting your diamond fan card that we can see within this one here. You're also then going to be getting your stepper card as well. And then you're also going to be, now I believe is that one is, there we go. So that one was there. And then we've also got our trifold shutter as well. Now you can get them individually, however this one here, the double stepper, you can only get within this bundle. So if you want to get any of the others as individual packs, by all means please do so. Head across to the website. Maybe you want to go for this bundle and you want to put an extra pack or two of one of the other ones, no problem, whatever. However, when it comes to that one there being the double stepper, if you want that one, unfortunately, the only way you can get it is within this bundle here. It's all gone as an individual. So you can get all of that £50, $70. You're saving over 15%. Your platinum price comes down to £40 or $56. And of course, this is another one that I would say is an absolute essential to take advantage of that Save 5, because it means you're going to get all of these fancy card blanks, envelopes, and the templates for £35 or for $51 if you take advantage of that. Summer, SUMMER, in the promo code at checkout. That doesn't matter whether it is, of course, .co.uk.com or .eu. You can take advantage of all of that. I think we're going to have a look at these ones, are we, Michelle?
We are. I have got, I was a little distracted because someone was saying that this would be lovely to have maybe cards and some chocolate or a little gifting. So I was just thinking, I would just quickly throw in this together. So you're just going to cut a strip of card. Obviously the width, mine's 5 inches wide. So just cut a strip of card and have this, like a little mountain. So if I show you, glue that together and then pop it in. And then what you've got is you've got that little, obviously that side would be as long as the rest of your box, but then you've got that little separator in there, so you can have your cards on one side. You can have your cards on one side and you can have your gift on the other, and you can make these obviously as big or as small as you want. So that's always a nice and simple thing to pop in your boxes if you do want to put like some little cards in there and a little gift. So I just wanted to quickly show you that.
Michelle, can I just quickly jump in and just say, because I always want to be open and honest with you, because I don't want people to think, oh, well, you've said one thing and done the other thing. These shaped card bases, we did sell out. I can't tell you where we've taken them from, but let me just tell you, they're somewhere else that's not going to have as many, because we've brought some into Monday Makers from them. So in case earlier on you'll have seen me say, oh, they're sold out, and all of a sudden we've got some of them back. We don't have many, but essentially we've nicked them from somewhere else that they're meant to go to when it comes to retail. So that's why we've got a small quantity back in.
Yes, yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I said it at the beginning of the show, you've bought them all and we've sold out, but actually we've found some from somewhere, so that's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's all that matters. So I'm going to be creating this one. So this is the trifold shutter. So as soon as you get these, there's the envelopes, and you can see that this has got those two cut marks, and it's also got those score lines here. So I've got the two here, you've got two there and two there. And all you're going to do is straight away, it's very much like if you get our those shaped word pop-outs, things like that.
Oh yeah.
That's all you need to do. You're just going to be scoring these lines. So as you push in that one that way, you're bringing that one forward, sort of like that. So you gently sort of easing each one into the fold that you know it wants to go into. So just a little bit at a time. Just like that. Just like that. Isn't that a magician?
Just like that.
Who was it? Was it
That's
Tommy
magic.
Cooper?
Oh, just like that?
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love watching Tommy Cooper.
I still
He had
watch.
that weird red thing on his head, didn't he? Hat, that weird, yeah, fez. There we go.
I still watch clips on YouTube sometimes.
Some of the old ones are the best.
It's true. It really is true. Joe Pasquale. What was the programme he was in? Joe Pasquale, and I used to be a big follower of his. I'm trying to think of what magician show he was in.
I've no idea. No. Right, so I'm just looking for my pencil.
Okay.
So you've got these matte layer templates that you're gonna get again in this. Someone has kindly numbered mine for me, number 1 and 2. So that what that enables you to do is create, so I've got my craft card and I've got some lovely pattern paper here. So one is obviously, I mean, you can see straight away, one's bigger than the other. So that's going to be for my craft card, that's going to be for my patterned paper. And exactly the same for all of these. So this big square is either going to go here, or you've got this long piece. So you can have that long piece here, this piece, the shorter piece here, and then a little square there. So what I love is it gives you options. You don't have to have the big squares there. What you can do is you can mat and layer these up in a few different ways by having all the options that are obviously given to you on here. So all you're going to do is, like any template, you're just going to pop it on there. You're going to use your pencil or your pen, whatever it is that you're going to be using. And you're just going to follow those lovely little lines that are there for you all the way round. And then you're going to cut them out nice and simply. Now, I'm going to be using 2 big squares for here and here. And then that means that I need the 7 for the other places. And don't forget, you're going to be popping them on there as well. So again, you very simply, with either your guillotine or your scissors, your craft knife, whichever you find easier to use, whichever is more comfortable for you, and you're just going to trim all these, cut them out. If you find that you've used a pen and you know you've got those pen marks still there, either turn it over or don't use a pen. Yeah, turn it over. There's always, you know, get round it. So for instance, on this, if I'd used a pen on this and I wasn't brilliant at cutting, then I absolutely would be using either my guillotine or my paper trimmer. If you've got our Violet Studios paper trimmer, that is an absolute gem, because it obviously allows you to trim the tiniest sliver off the edge. So I use both of those on a daily basis. So you've got a beautiful matte and layer. It's absolutely perfect. The sizings, everything's been worked out for you.
All done
so
for
you
you,
can
yeah.
pop it all together very simply. So if I just move those to the side and bring these in, because I've already got some craft card back in stock. Remember?
Yes.
One of my favourites to use all the time. So I've got mine already glued up. So all we're going to do is we're going to pop them on here. So you're going to flatten this base back out and we're just going to glue them all on. I'm going to bring in my tape pen. So the craft card always looks beautiful with white card.
I don't use it enough, craft card. You see, if I'm on with Jan and Jack, because Jan loves her craft card, I think I really need to start using it more.
Yeah, I think we've all got our preferences. I know Debbie Fisher once said, she says to me, she says, to be honest, it's not my go-to card. It's not one of my favourites. She says, but every time I see you do a demo with it, it makes me want to get it out and use it. And I think we do. I think we all see each other and think, oh, I should use that more often.
Yeah, you see, because I use black a lot.
I use black a lot for my mats and layers, I must admit. I did use black a lot for some of my craft-alongs, but then you realise that it's too hard for the people to see, especially when you're giving measurements. So there's a lot of stuff that I would actually use black for, but because I come on here and I want you to be able to see a lot better what I'm doing, I tend to try and not use it as much. I think if you're watching and you want to be able to see exactly what's happening, it can be really hard sometimes on black card. But I do love black card. It's one of my absolute faves. A go-to. Yeah.
It's just one of those that works really well with your bright colours. It looks really well with your pastel colours. It looks really well. Obviously, I know it's monochromatic, but if you use it with silvers or whites or greys, it just works with everything.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It's a real staple piece. Is your black. So what I've done with this is, when I cut my pattern paper out, when I drew on my pattern paper, I drew in order. I drew in order of how it would go on here, if you know what I mean. So when I pop them on here, the pattern follows whatever is on that piece of paper. Obviously, these have all got mixed up in my bag, and I'm not putting them on that way. But if you've got a very obvious pattern, it follows. So if you've got some pattern paper that's got words on it and you want it to follow, then draw your squares from your stencil on that page as you would lay them on here, if that makes sense.
It does, that makes Crystal.
And then, for instance, your words, if you've got words, Happy Christmas on there or something, it's going to follow perfectly. Did I miss something?
I should have said that's crystal clear. That makes crystal sense, as I said there.
I did miss that.
You did miss that. Yeah. If you are a new viewer to us over the last couple of weeks and you've not seen me, I do apologise. I'm usually a little bit more professional than this, but tiredness has crept in today. It's been well, do you know what? It's been a busy week. I went to see my friend Bibby, Dawn Bibby. I went to see her for a couple of days and then went straight to Hobby Maker here in the UK, because although I've not been here, I've been at Hobby Maker and doing prep and what have you. And I went straight from Hobby Maker in Redditch back home to mine Thursday night. Then I was up early Friday to get the train to London, and then got back later on last night and here all today. And I was in really early today doing filming, etc. So I do apologise. I do have a day off tomorrow, says him who's just been off. But tomorrow I plan on resting, Michelle. I plan on chilling. I plan on getting caught up with Money in the Bank, because I didn't actually watch it all last night when I got home. And yes, just eating, drinking and resting and sleeping. And I'll be refreshed for the next time you see it, which incidentally I'm not back on this week, so sorry. Or maybe that's a good thing for you guys.
Do you know, it's exhausting having a few days off.
Tell me about it.
Especially when you're out and about and doing stuff.
Yeah, and because we're so busy in here, it's like we feel as though we need to cram as much as we can within our days off.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, don't you? Definitely.
Yeah.
Right, So I've mat and layered all those up. I've just got a couple of those, I think it's from the Bohemian collection. Be True to You. You can see how easy that comes together. And the bonus is you've got the envelopes in with this collection as well. So each different size has got its own envelope. So you can be using the same paper to decorate your envelope with. And then again, so they're gonna match beautifully.
They absolutely will do. You can get your hands on all of these ones. You can replicate exactly what Michelle has done there with that demonstration very, very simply by getting your hands on these ones. As Michelle said, you've got all the card blanks. They've already been cut. They've already been scored for you. You've got all the envelopes as well. But then you've also got your templates for the mats and layers. Double stepper card. Now, you can get all of the other ones individually if you want to. So if you don't want the bundle, you want to cherry pick a few certain ones, you can do that. Apart from your double stepper, you can only get this one within the Shape Concept card bundle. So you've got your double stepper. You've then also got your trifold shutter. You're then getting your zigzag card bases. You're then also going to be getting your stepper card, we can see here. Also then going to be getting your diamond, double diamond, 2. So all these is what you're going to be getting. Your stepper rocker, that's a fun one too. So you're going to be getting all of these ones, £50 or $70. You're going to be platinum price of £70. You're going to be saving over 15%. If you are platinum though, that's then going to come down to £40 or $56 for the card blanks already done for you. You just need to fold them, score them, and then give them a nice little manipulation. And then that is them going to be all done for you. Nice one to take advantage if you want to within that 5. Save that 5. Right, we're going to then have a look at some stamps now. So this is a assorted stamping bundle. Now you're going to get 10 stamps and you're also going to get 2 rocker blocks. If you did not see these this morning within Wake Up Call, you're absolutely going to be blown away by the value here, because everything that you're going to get in here, all that you're going to be paying is £25 or $35. Or you might, of course, take advantage of that, say 5 when it comes to this bag alone. If you are platinum, it comes down to £20 or $28. That's platinum price for all of these. Now, if you are not in Club Inspire, and you would be paying that normal today's price, which is exceptional, this is something that may actually convince you to, do you know what, I'm going to go and join Club Inspire, because it's free to join, and then when it comes to your very first order, you're going to get 20% off that first order. So therefore, you would then get it for that platinum price, £20 or $28. Although in saying that, you're still going to qualify for that Save 5 that is there this week. So all you then need to do is put in the promo code SUMMER, and then you're going to get this one for all of this for £15 platinum price, or $23 for you guys stateside for all of this. Now, essentially as well, when it comes to all this, I'm just going to ask Dean, because I can't find my notes that I had earlier on. Dean, remind me, what is the value you're going to be getting worth of the freebies? So you're going to be getting over £44 or $60 when it comes to essentially what you're getting for free. So you're getting everything for that price on your screen. Now you're going to get the 2 packs of the rocker blocks. That's 2 of our sizable rocker blocks here. Now this is going to give you the absolute ease of stamping, not just with our stamps, but so many other stamps out there. If you've never seen them before, you don't know how they work before, I would just urge you to go back to one of our stamping shows on our YouTube channel, and you're going to see how epic these are. Corin, who respectfully has been crafting for many, many years, she didn't start using these till she joined us recently. This is one of her favourite tools. She loves the rocker blocks. You're getting these ones included. Then you're getting everything else. You're going to be getting everything else, such as your blackboard stamp, May You Be Forever Blessed. You're then also going to be getting your Lumineer stamp set. This is from a past collection of Bell Countryside. You've got 7 stamps in total with that one. Then what you're also going to be getting is this. This is for you, but I wish it was for mine. You may just hear there's a few little motorbikes going about outside there that just sound a little bit questionable. So that's just what kind of caught us off guard. We actually thought someone was singing, and actually Charlotte said, I thought Jake was singing out there. I was like, whoa. what was that? It's motorbikes that's going past there. So that's just what kind of threw us there. So you're going to be getting, this is for you, but I wish it was for me. They're then going to get from the Bohemian collection, now keeping in mind this is just not that long launched, you're going to be getting these beautiful stamps, these beautiful quote stamps here where you've got be wild, be free, faith before worry, be true to you, fearless, wild at heart, free spirit, and you've got more there as well. So you've got that lovely selection, and in actual fact you are going to be getting 10 stamps in total. Then you're going to be getting another 8 stamps. It's called If the Shoe Fits. So this was initially to go with any of your shoe card blank dies, but of course you can just be using them. Maybe you've got shoe or high heel themed stamps you can start to use these ones with, but lovely quirky sentiments. You know, some you don't even need to use when it comes to anything shoe related. You've got Celebrate in Style. You've also got Friends Are Always in Fashion, Have a Fabulous Birthday. You've got Buy the Matching Purse, as well as a few other ones as well. So not necessarily shoe related. You're then going to be getting another 7 sentiment stamps from the Say It With Flowers. So lovely, thankful, thinking of you stamps there to add to your stash. But it's not just sentiments, you're going to be getting the Effortless Chic. Now this was all brought out regarding our Illustrator pens and being able to build up that depth of shade, that build up of colour and depth when it comes to the hair from this gorgeous girl. However, you can do your skin tones and you can do the dresses as well, like the pleats within the dress with your alcohol pens. But of course, if you use your waterproof ink pad, you'll be able to do your water-based colouring. Great minds drink alike. Now within this one, Michelle done a fab demonstration that really did open up a deep conversation about pandas in Madagascar, the film. But you've got 9 of these stamps in total. You've got 3 of your panda characters and lots of quirky sentiments. But I'm still going that much that I've just dropped one. You've then also got, still from the beautiful range, you've got Eternal Beauty. So this is more of that openness when it comes to that weave of the hair there. You can then start to practice on your skin tone and then of course on the dress. And then last but by no means least, what we've also got is our Together Forever. That was from our Roaring 20s, 4 stamps there included. All of that is what you're going to be paying for. You're going to be paying £25 or $35 for all of that. Your sentiment stamps, your image stamps, quirky stamps, you've got your rocker blocks, you've got Sarah's Signature, you've got Nature Garden, you've got Crafter's Companion, elements all within this range here. £25 or $35. You're saving $44.89 or $61.65. But if you're platinum, that's going to come down to £20 or $28. And I'm going to say what I said this morning within Wake Up Call. If you've been with us for a wee while, or even if you've not been with us that long, if you've got a few of these ones, the value absolutely is phenomenal when it comes to what you are paying for and what you're getting. So if there's 1, 2, 3 that you've already got, gift them to a family member, gift them to a craft club. Maybe you run a craft crop. Then of course you can then just pop them into there for them to use. Maybe the kiddies or the grandkiddies love to do their own little bit of crafting. That could be their own little set, you know. Maybe you're going to start building and making up a little kind of like a goodie box of craft essentials for the kiddies. Then start to put these duplicates away as well. But really nice for you to practice when it comes to your colouring with the hair as well as the dress and the skin tone from that full range there. Exceptional price, but all this week, once again, as I keep saying, you can take advantage of that, saving an extra £5, dollars or euros. What I would say though, there's no guarantee that this is going to be here throughout the week as well with that incredible price. So if it's something that you want to go for, although you've got the option to use that one-time only code up till the end of the week, you need to keep in mind that not all of the products will still be available by the end of the week. Maybe it's a limited run time, or it could just very well sell out. So keep that one in mind. £25 or $35 with a platinum price of £20 or $28. And then we'll quickly have a look at these ones here very briefly so we can go straight across to Michelle. We're bringing these ones in because these are going to complement that full stamp range. This is your classic alcohol colouring pens, 60 pens in total. bottle. Now these consist of a pack of the brights. So you've got 12 of your alcohol colour pens. Blend with them, get the depth with them, get the shade with them. Maybe you've been in with the Academy of Colour and you're going to start to use these to work and progress on with the colouring that you've taught or been taught from Leanne. You've got your bullet nib and your chisel nib. So you've got brights, you've got florals, you've got pastels, you've then also got the vintage, and then you've also got, last but by no means least, the jewels. Maybe as well you have no intention to work and progress when it comes to colouring. Maybe you don't want to do blending and shading. Maybe you simply want to have top quality pens at an exceptional price that you can then just lay one tone of colour down, or colour your gems, your ribbons, your materials, any of your fabrics, balsa wood, anything like that. You can absolutely do that because it's an alcohol pen. All of these 60 markers, you are going to get 12 in each of these ones here. £69 or $111. If you are platinum, that's then going to come down to £55.20 or $88.80. All there across on the website. They complement each other perfectly, but of course you might just want to go for one or the other. It's completely up to yourself. Right, you've heard enough from me for now, so let's head straight across to Michelle and have another look at these.
So I'm using this. Now you're going to have to excuse me. I can't remember the name of her, but she is from the stamp bundle that we've got on the show to get today. It is one of those, I can't remember the collection, but yeah, you can get it on the show today. So obviously if you're shopping the show or shopping the day, you're going to find this gorgeous stamp there. So I've already got my stamp just on there. And again, I'm going to bring in one of my ink pads. So I'm going to go with my Pebble because I don't want that deep black outline. So we're going to use the Pebble. Obviously, we're going to use, I'm saying obviously, but I'm going to use my alcohol proof for this because we're going to go in with the Classiques. So turning that over and popping that down. So there we go. How beautiful is that stamp?
So beautiful.
So let's pop this off. Just take that off before I forget where I've put it. Am I the only one who leaves my stamp on there and that looks everywhere for it to put it away and it's still on my stamping platform? It's just me. Right,
yeah,
let's
sorry,
pop.
just you.
Just me. That doesn't surprise me. Right, so let's come in with some of our classics. So I've got some yellows that I'm going to be for her dress. I've got my Fair Skin for obviously her skin, and then I've got some reds for her hair. So straight away, before I even go in, you've got that chisel nib on one side, which you're going to use. You're going to be able to lay a lot of colour down if you've got a bigger stamp or a bigger area to colour in. And then you've got that fine nib at the other side, which is the one that I'm going to be using for her hair. So let me bring these in. So they are my dark reds, and I've got number 2, 4 and 7. So, you know, it is what it says on the tin. The lower the number, the lighter the colour. So I'm going to go in with my number 2 first. And with this stamp, I always do a little bit at a time. So sort of one bit of her hair at a time. If I want to do this blend, it's just easier to follow it that way. Mm-hmm. So I've gone in with my lightest. I'm going to come in with my darkest. I'm going to go just over the top. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not giving that a straight edge. I don't want a straight edge between all three of my blends. So we're going to try and obviously make sure that we don't have that straight edge. It just blends more seamlessly if you don't have that there.
Okay.
So just tickling over the edge of that darkest, I'm going to come in with what is going to be my mid colour. And we're going to go over there, and again, I'm not doing a straight line. Then I'm going to come in with my lightest again, and over that middle bit, I'm going to colour it in. And then it gives you that extra blend out. So if you're quite happy with that, I'm not happy with that because that is way too much highlight in the middle of there. So I'm going to come back in with my mid, and I'm going to bring that out because it just didn't look right. So the good thing is that you can go back in with your pens and sort of keep adding until you're quite happy with it.
Yeah.
And then move on to your next piece. So let's move on to these bits next to it. I'm going to add my lightest again. I'm going to do... It's sort of in the middle where the hair is going to bump, that the light is going to be the lightest, if that makes sense.
Perfect sense.
So, and again, you can see I'm trying not to make them straight. If you feel that using this really dark red, so this is a number 7, if you feel the number 7 through to the number 2 is too much, go 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4, especially with your red, because your red can be quite, it can be quite a hard one to blend if you're just learning or you're just practicing. She says while she uses the red ones.
While she uses it.
And then go back in with number 2, and we're going to go over that.
It's fascinating to see, just even with the deep colours, the deep blends.
And then once it's dried, if I'm not quite happy with it, you can go over it again. You know, make it just how you want it to be. It doesn't have to be, oh, I've coloured it and now I have to leave it. You can go back in, no problem. So you can see I'm still trying to make sure that I've got no straight edges, no straight lines. It just doesn't work for that sort of blend. Number 4, number 7. So let's bring that down. And with these stamps, you know, you've got an idea with the lines that the stamp has got in that allows you to sort of follow them.
So it's about section by section and then just following any of the highlight lines that are already there as a guide?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. If you break it down section by section, it makes it just so much easier for you to do, because you've only got that one small area that you need to be concentrating on rather than quite a lot. It can be overwhelming, even in a small stamp like this. Just breaking it down a little bit by a little bit. Because when you've done your first bit and you're quite happy with it, it encourages you to be able to carry on with the colouring.
Yeah.
So let's do a little bit more.
It allows you to be more adventurous as well, doesn't it?
It does. It absolutely does. I mean, I'm doing hair red because I love to colour hair red. I don't know why I haven't still, well, I do know why I haven't still got my hair red, but I loved my red hair. So normally when I get a stamp and it's got hair on it, you can guarantee that I go for red hair.
Would you go red here again?
It's too much upkeep.
Is
it fades out very quickly, which means you have to keep going and getting it done so often. And I'm too lazy for that. If I could have red hair and it stay red, then yeah, definitely I'd have it done again.
I think that's where we're lucky as guys. We just go in and get it all chopped off and we're done within 15 minutes and it costs us like 15 quid and that's about it.
Yeah. It's a lot of upkeep, is red hair. I love it, don't get me wrong.
But yeah, I suppose it's the time, isn't it? It's the upkeep, it's the time of being at the hairdressers, and then it's the expense as well on top of all of that. So I can only imagine how much upkeep it is.
Definitely. I must admit though as well, because I'm quite pale, when I had the red hair, if I haven't got makeup on with that red hair, I look like a ghost. So if someone knocked at the door and I had no makeup on, it was like a bit of a shock for them, I've got to admit. A bit of a shock for me sometimes, let alone someone knocking at the door.
To be fair, that's like me in the autumn and winter time, you know, with my Scottish skin. If I don't have my work makeup on, I look like Casper the Ghost, whereas at least at summertime, like at the moment, I start to tan, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. Casper the Ghost. I love it.
Although, to be fair, for me, 3/4 of it is natural tan and 1/4 of it's Dove moisturiser with tanning solution in it. Just to enhance it a little bit.
I don't tan. Even in the height of summer, never tan. I will go red.
Yeah.
And then peel and go white again. Or if I'm very lucky, my freckles will join up and it makes me look like I've got a tan.
Okay.
But besides that, there's nothing. Nada.
No.
So, again, you can see what I'm doing, little sections at a time, and it becomes quite easy to sort of get where you're going. It's not as scary.
It's one of those things I say, you know, we don't want to rush any crafting, but certainly colouring. You know, as if this, you know, might sound harsh, but if you don't have the time to do it, if you want that lovely floral blend of colour, if only you've got like a couple of minutes, I would maybe do a little bit of flower forming or die cutting just to get that crafty feel out, you know. Whereas colouring, you want to sit, you want to relax, you want to have that time, you want to then just, you know, let your mind wander and spend the time doing the colouring.
That's it.
Look at that.
I mean, I know I'm using the red, and it's, again, one of the hardest colours to blend, but I used the red because I wanted to show you, actually, if I can get it to blend that lovely on air when I'm really not taking as much time as I probably should, then you can absolutely do it too. And I always say I'm not a colourist, I'm a crafter, and that's not to insult myself, that's to say, actually, it's not as hard and as scary as we think it's going to be. And again, not to put myself down when I say things like, if I can do it, you can do it. It's just a genuine, really, if it's easy enough for me to do it, then you absolutely can do it too. I just think when you use the red, it just is the best one to really show.
Oh, I completely agree with you. Look at that.
Amazing. These pens do blend.
That effect is spectacular. And you're able to do that with this 5-piece collection.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's like I was saying earlier on as well. Okay, you're doing that with the red, Michelle, but you could do, and you know, you're probably not necessarily going to do it with blues, I'm just using it as an example. Whatever colour that you use, you're going to follow exactly the same way that Michelle's just showed you there. The only difference is the colour that you're changing.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that the red, you do it in a different way to the blue, or the blue, you do it in a different way to the green. Do you know what I mean? Whatever colour you choose, you're going to lay that down, you're going to apply it in the exact same way that Michelle's shown you. So you're going to get the same effect. All you need to change is the colour that you want to use.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fascinating to see it coming to life, just watching.
From that first piece where you look and you think, oh, but then when you colour it all in and all those different highlights next to the darker pieces all begin to blend out, how lovely does it look?
And it's
Comes
just
on
trusting
lovely.
it, isn't it?
Shall I finish the last little bit of her hair?
Yeah, go for it.
Don't think I'm going to get time to do the rest of her.
No, that's okay, because you can, if you carry on with that, because we've got loads watching. We've got Lois saying, so this was actually regarding that last card, saying that was a beautiful card. Dieta saying, hello everyone, hope everyone's having a lovely day. We are, thank you very much, Dieta. Linda Dovar is saying, hello everyone. Rennie on Facebook is saying, late start watching, hi from a hot 102 Fahrenheit, 39 Celsius in Texas. I love the template library. Great card, Michelle. And hi to you, Craig. Well, hello to you, Rennie. We have got Karen Wells are all on Facebook saying, please tell Craig we have missed him and we'll miss him again this week as he's not on for a few days. After a day. No, I'm not. I'll still be working. I'm just not got any Crafters TV shows as such. Karen, I don't know if you've seen my Instagram post last week, just in case you didn't, because I kept having a look to see if you'd viewed it or not. But I did put a thank you picture with my birthday present that you sent me, well, just the other week there, the Bahama Breeze Yankee Candles and the Shawn Michaels WWE t-shirt. I really, really appreciated that. I don't think you've seen that Insta post because I didn't see that you'd viewed it. In case you didn't, I wanted to say that I did acknowledge it. I did acknowledge it on social media, and this is the first time I've seen your name popping up. So thank you very much. That was really, really kind of you. Far, far too kind, but it's very much appreciated. Pammy on YouTube is saying, I love the quirky sentiments. They make cards so much fun. Probably why I'm swimming in them in my craft space. We've got a few questions. So what I'll do is once Michelle's finished this demonstration, we will fire a few of them across to her. Yolanda is saying, love your colour, and Michelle looks beautiful. Pammy is also saying, it's like the purple in my hair. I've had to buy special conditioner to keep up with the purple.
Yeah.
Talking about purple, have you seen Debbie's hair?
Yes.
I've seen a picture of Debbie the other day when she had it done. Doesn't it look absolutely phenomenal?
It does. It does. It really looks
phenomenal.
lovely.
Really does. It's Debbie Robinson, of course. If you didn't see the picture, because I think it was an Insta story she put it on, so it'll have gone by now. She's back in tomorrow with Corin, so you'll see what we mean then.
It did look lovely.
Oh, Michelle,
so
look at that.
I'm not going to have time to. I would love to spend the next 30 minutes colouring the rest of her in, but how easy does it come together? It's a lot easier than we think it is. It's not as scary. It's just not as scary as you think it's going to be.
Not
so
at
if
all.
I can do that right here, right now, in front of Charlotte, who's an artist, then you can do it too. Yeah, you absolutely can do. You absolutely can do. Remember, that's just one of the colours. Well, I know Michelle used a couple of the shades of the reds there, but when you've got that tones of colours, it's your classic pens. It's the 5-pen collection, 5-pack collection that's giving you 60 markers in total. I'm going to very, very briefly go through these ones because I know a lot of you have kind of been like, oh, after seeing what Michelle's done and knowing you can do exactly what she's done, but with all these different colours. You've got the jewels, you've got the vintage, you've also got the pastel, you've also then got the floral, and then you've also got, last but by no means least, the brights. All of them are going to be coming your way if you choose to pop them into your basket. These are alcohol based, so you can get the blend and the shade when it comes to these ones here. But if you want to just use them as standalone colours, you can absolutely do that. Or if you want to colour lots of different mediums, such as your ribbons, your gems, etc., you can do that as well. No problem whatsoever. £69 or $111 with a platinum price of £55.20 or $88.80. That is certainly one that you want to consider taking advantage of that one-time use 5 discount, which of course summer in the promo code SUMMER. That's then going to take off that £5, dollar or euro. Right, we're going to take a little break in a moment. Before we do that, let's have another quick look at our daily pick of the day. So this is our first pick of the day of this week. Pick of the day, Monday to Friday, with the Weekend Wonder over the weekend. Now, this is our Pigment ink pad. So this is the best ever price when it comes to this bundle here. You're going to be getting 11 of our Pigment ink pads. Not only are you going to get 11 at the price of £38 or $58, you're going to be saving $27.89 or $40.89. Platinum price comes down to £30.40 or $46.40, or of course this might be something you choose to use your $5 discount. You're also going to get double points on all of your pick of the days, and these will last just up until our brand new one starts tomorrow before Wake Up Call or while stocks last. So you've got Twilight Grey, you've got Pink Tulip, you've then got Spa Blue, you've got Seal Brown, you've then also got Misty Morning, you've also then got Oasis, you've also got Spring Meadow, you've also got Bordeaux, you've also then got Baby Blue, you've also got Damson Wine,
and you've also got the Lagoon. All 11 of these ones here. With that price that you are paying, essentially it kind of works out that you're paying for 7 and you're going to get 4 for free. So it's a really, really cracking deal when it comes to that pick of the day. As I said, when we come back, we will answer or we'll fire a few questions. Just to say, I've not purposely ignored the specific questions asking if I had a great time at the wrestling. I know many of you would be bored with me constantly talking about it, but I absolutely had a blast. Thank you very much for everyone that had asked and enjoyed seeing the stories that I posted. It was absolutely a night and a weekend I will never ever forget. It was that much of a great time. Even when John Cena made a special appearance as well, rooting for us guys here in the UK to get WrestleMania. If not next year, it'll be the year after. That being said, let's take a little look all about Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Wows from what Michelle was just doing there. Betty Weaver, wow, that hair, Michelle. What we've then got is Pammy on social is saying gorgeous. Mary Pat 1000, lovely colouring, Michelle. Laurel is saying that price for the classic pens is an absolute steal. A lot of you as well saying how much you've seen Debbie's hair and you absolutely love it. For sure. Right, just let me just have a look at a couple of these questions. We've got Denise Davies on YouTube. Michelle is saying, can I please ask Michelle, a while ago, she made a box that you have panels of acetate. I am sorry, I'm a newbie and don't know what it is called, and you can light it up. What is it called, please?
A light up box.
So can I ask Michelle, a while ago, she made a box that you have panels of acetate. I'm sorry, I'm a newbie and I don't know what it is called, and you can light it up. What is it called, please?
Right, so I actually think that might be Debbie Robinson, because she loves to create a box.
That's what I was thinking.
With light up, you can put your lights in it. It's literally, it's just a box. So anything that you've got that you can sort of cut into your sides of your boxes, that's going to give you the ability for obviously the light to shine through. You can use any of these panel dies that I'm going to be using in a minute. We've got lots and lots of sort of panel dies that you can pop on a box, and then you're just going to pop some acetate behind, and then you're going to put some lights in. So it's definitely a Debbie Robinson creation.
Perfect.
But yeah, she's done quite a few. If you search for Debbie Robinson and craft-alongs, there's going to be lots come up, because I know she's done a few craft-alongs with those lights in as well.
What I would say as well, Denise, Debbie's on tomorrow. Corin's on this side and Debbie's going to be across on that side. So if you want to ask again, either do exactly as Michelle's just said there, or if you want to ask again tomorrow on Wake Up Call, and Debbie will be able to help you a lot more quicker in the right direction. But I completely agree. I would say that's going to be Debbie Robinson. We've also got Sarah Lely on Facebook saying, how long do you bleed before, or how long do you have to, no, it does say bleed, it does say bleed, I think it is meant to say blend. How long do you have to bleed before it dries? I think she means blend before it dries. Definitely not me on that one.
Hilarious. How long, so leave it to, I mean, just leave it. I mean, obviously it blends while you're colouring it in, but then when you move on to another part, that alcohol dissipates. I couldn't say how long it takes for it to dissipate fully.
I couldn't give you an exact. What I would just say is, if you're going to blend, do it there and then. Do you know what I mean? Don't do the light tone and then go away for half an hour and then come back and do the mid-tone or the dark tone. If you're doing a section, do a whole section at a time. Do all that blend together, because it does kind of evaporate quite quick.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It's not a long thing. It's not that you have to leave it, you know, for hours. But what you've got to remember is that it's going to blend wet on wet better. Your alcohol pens are going to blend wet on wet. So that's why I and most of us will lay down all that light colour first, and then when you go in with your darker colours, because that light colour below is still wet, it's going to blend a lot easier and a lot smoother and a lot better. And then, yeah, a few minutes, move on to another little bit, go back, have a look at it. If you feel like you need to add to it, then absolutely add to it. But I wouldn't imagine more than a few minutes.
No. A couple last other questions. A few you are asking this one, such as Michelle, and also Hannah was asking, when it came to what you just coloured there a moment ago with the hair, Michelle, what were the reds that you used?
It was the dark reds. So I used the ones from this. So I used my dark red 2, so it's DR 2, 4 and 7. It was these 3. So it was from this particular pack that I did use them from.
Perfect.
So DR 2, 4 and 7.
And then the other way, I could answer this one just while Michelle's getting herself sorted there. Peggy Sue is saying, are the tri-blends going to work well for an 8-year-old? I want to get her started on good markers, but wondered which ones are the ones to start with. 100%. 100%. Would you agree with that one as well?
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
I was stood here thinking, yes. Tri-blends, absolutely perfect. And she's going to love them. Because you've got the 3 shades in that one pen, there's no guesswork. There's no having to figure out which 3 from the 218 classiques. So yes, absolutely, tri-blends.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, definitely perfect for the youngsters, that's for sure. Very quickly as well, so this is regarding a question that Lynn had asked for myself. Lynn's been trying to use a normal die on her foil press, but Lynn, I know you can't quite get to grips with the actual configuration, what way your die needs to face. So when you're having your foil press die, I don't have a die as such to show in comparison to a foil press one, but but when it comes to the platform of your foil press, you want to make sure that the die is facing upwards. You don't want to be cutting in to the actual platform. All that I can suggest, go on our YouTube. I done great big, it was like a Friday, Saturday, and then a Sunday. It was just a couple of weeks ago. I was on with Corinne and we really focused on the foil press. You'll find thousands of hours on the foil press, whereas that technique is showed so many times how you can foil a normal wafer thin die. Just done it there the other week, as I said, with Corinne over a full weekend, and I explain in great details in many ways, many occasions, how you can actually use a normal die. Just make sure the actual die is facing upwards. You don't want to cut into your heat platform of your foil press, so hopefully that one will help Lynn. But right, let's have a very quick look again at our floral panel dies. We're going to go back to Michelle. We'll get a very quick demonstration before we do our demo. We're going to do demo of the show first, if we need to do demo of the day. If we're quarter two.
Don't we? Yes.
Shall we do demo of the show first?
Yeah, happy to do that.
That sounds like a plan.
Let me just grab this one. I'm too little. Right, so number one was with those floral panel dies, and then number two is those shaped card bases.
Perfect. One or two, you've got that to choose for. You'll have a few moments. What I will do is, respectfully, is I will interrupt Michelle when the result comes in, and we can start the demo of the show, and then we can finish off with Michelle's demonstration. But we are going to have a look at these floral panel creative card dies, this one here being the two-piece. We had to look at them earlier on. You guys have loved them. Michelle's made beautiful, beautiful projects with these, so we're going to end the day with these ones once again. £17.50 or $23. You're going to save over 10%. But if you want to get your hands on these in your platinum, that's going to come down to £14 or $18.40. It is a two-piece selection, but essentially in total you're going to be getting 8 dies. Within each pack you've got 2 panel dies that cut into your card, but you've also got an outline die as well that's going to cut out. So you cut in, cut out, or of course you can use the outer die as a matten layer or even as an aperture forum. So you've got 4 different options from just the one set. So you can get your hands on them, £14 or $18.40 for your platinum price. But we're going to have a look at them again, Michelle.
We are.
Fab.
We are. So for my final demonstration, I'm going to use the foxglove one, and again you can see that you've got those beautiful 2 panels in there. You've got the foxglove, and then you've got the one that's the more foliage. So quite simply, I'm just going to take the foxglove one, and we're just going to cut that panel into the front of a nice simple card. So popping that there. Let me tape it down there and there, and then remember to open your card up. Unless you are wanting to go all the way through, then you don't necessarily have to. So let me find my last plate. There we go, and pop that on and we'll pop it through. There we go. So I love the fact that you can have your junior plates go through your bigger machine both ways, so sideways and the other sideways and the other way. It just means that what you can do is you can have your card hanging off of both sides of this plate if you are obviously using something that's that little bit bigger, and it means that you can still run it through, which I absolutely love. So let's just lift that tape up, peel that off. And again, if you've run it through and you've still got that little bit of sticky, and you're very much like me and you've got very inky fingers, just bring in your eraser and it gets rid of that stickiness for you without getting a big fingerprint somewhere.
Genius. Never underestimate the power of a rubber or a rail eraser. Don't go there. Sometimes we just forget that it is a completely different meaning for you guys stateside. So you can use your eraser, use your eraser to take away the excess. It's good to use on the foil press as well if you need to take any of the excess foiling off. Is the eraser, whether you've got one or at the end of the pencil, you can be using that one as well. Beautiful colours. Pink tulip, I want to say there.
So I'm using my pink tulip, and I'm just literally inking the whole thing up. Sometimes you just want to ink the whole thing up, which is what I'm doing. But remember, so I've got my classiques. Once this is dried, bring in your classiques, and where you've got the emboss, go over with the classique and add that little bit of definition. But I'm going to leave it just like that because what I'm going to do is I've already die cut these a couple of panels out, and I'm going to pop these on here. So, and again, I've got this lovely piece of pink card just to go behind. So we're going very pink for this one. So let's pop this on the inside. I'm going to have to learn that little flick technique.
The little flick.
There we go. So let's pop this on here. And then let me just give that a nice squish flat. And then I've just got one there. But what I'm going to do with that side is we're just going to pop it on a foam strip. Where's my scissors? Just there. Take that.
Oh, we've got a result.
Oh, have we?
We've got a result for demo of the show. I apologise for you guys stateside that forgets a completely different meaning and wondered why I said what I said there. Of course, that word here in the UK is an eraser. It's what we use. Right, demo of the show. It does, Michelle, it goes to number 1.
Oh, the box.
The box.
Thank you. They are just so adorable, those panel dies, aren't they?
They really are.
Make any project just gorgeous. Thank you.
So we have got, in actual fact, we've got one from each of the collection up for demo of the day. So we've got, so I've got 2 here, and then we've got one that Michelle's just won there. So let's do demo of the show, and then Michelle can finish her demonstration. So that is with our 3D concertina frame dies from Wake Up Call. That is number 1. We've then got our 4x6 shadow box dies from Masterclass earlier on. That's number 2. And then Michelle's one there is number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, 1, 2 or 3. The choice is yours. Thank you, Michelle.
No problem. So I've got my strip popped down the side there. We're just going to pop this other one on here. Oh, and do you know what would look lovely? Like I was saying earlier, when you were using these opaque pigment inks, they look absolutely gorgeous, heat embossed. So pour some of your clear embossing powder on there, and then give it a lovely glossy accent on top. So I'm just, there they are. Just got a few gems. I've got a lovely little bow, and I have got that I am so grateful for you. So let's pop a foam pad underneath that. And then before I take it off, I'm just deciding where I'm going to pop all these. I think I'm going to pop that down there. So let's peel that off the back. Pop that on there. I'm going to have my little bow above, and then we're going to pop some gems on. So let me just...
Stunning. I love the colour tones that you've used.
Yeah, I thought let's go full on pink with this one.
No, never apologise.
I do love pink, I must admit. Go, and then let's pop this on here. And then that last one.
This is where I love using black with the pinks.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, if I turn this round for you to have a quick look at, there you go. And pretty in pink. I think this card, pretty in pink.
100%. 100%, absolutely beautiful that you can see these ones here being the Floral Panel Dies, this one being the 2-pack that Michelle just used here. Let's bring these ones in if you want to grab these ones. We have got these on Shop the Day for you to just have a look at, and maybe you want to replicate what Michelle done earlier on today, or of course what she's just done there. But it's your Floral Panel Creative Card Dies. It's your 2-pack collection, but it's giving you 8 dies in total. You've got 4 of your decorative dies and 4 of your outline dies. £17.50 or $23. You're saving over 10%. If you are platinum though, that's then going to come down to £14 or $18.40. So while we wait on the result coming in, what we can do is let's have another last look, final look at our today's pick of the day, being our Pigment ink pads. Now this one, remember, your pick of the day, it's 24 hours only. It will end just before the new one starts each day on Wake Up Call, or of course stock dependent. You'll always get double points on the pick of the days too. This one here is a 11-piece collection where you're going to be getting your Damson Wine. You're also going to be getting Baby Blue. You're also then going to be getting the Bordeaux. You're also going to be getting the Lagoon. You're also getting the Spring Meadow. You're getting the Oasis. You're also getting the Misty Morning. You're also going to be getting the Seal Brown, the Spa Blue. You're going to get the Pink Tulip that Michelle was using, and then the Twilight Grey as well. All of these are coming to you for a platinum price of £30.40 or $46.40. Remember, you've got that additional Save 5 incentive as well running all this week. It's a 1 use per customer. I'll just go over that full detail of those ones just shortly, but then that's going to take it down by another £5 as well if you choose to use that one today. That is your current pick of the day, Pigment ink pads. Essentially as well, the way you can work it out is you kind of buy in 7 and you're going to get 4 for free as well. So they're on Shop the Day for you to check out. We're just waiting on that result coming in, so let's have a very quick look at these Christmas decorative frames here. Also another popular item for today, which I'm not surprised, and I think it's a price. Essentially, it is a half price or one when it comes to all of these. It's a 6-piece collection, however, within each set you're getting 3 elements: the inner cut-in die, the outer cut-in die, and the sentiment stamp. Merrily on High, you've got Dashing Through the Snow. You've then also got Christmas Foliage. These are all creating that framework. Home for Christmas. You've also got your Follow That Star. And then last but by no means least, you've then got that Fallen Snow as well. All of these with a different sentiment stamp for each of the sets. Mix and match if you want to, or use your own sentiment stamps and dies, it's up to you. But I love how you've got that cut in or cut out. So essentially, I like to think of them as creative card dies as well. So that one is also one that's been really, really popular within this Monday Makers. So just a little bit of a recap as well. So we're just going to then go, it's very, very, very tight. So Susie's just double checking when it comes to the count. But once again, we've got our 'Tis the Season sale running right up until, well, the weekend, Friday. So what you can do is check that one out. We've got lots and lots of goodies there, up to 70% off when it comes to our Christmas 'Tis the Season sale. You are going to find new lines have been added from today. So if you have had a look at it previously the last few days, I would urge you and recommend to have another look, because you're going to find some new items. You can see within there, you go into that section there, you're going to find things from the clearance section too. Now that clearance section is giving you things from past collections, past stamps, past nature garden, past concept cards as well. So you've got that clearance section with up to 50% off, plus you've got that 'Tis the Season with up to 70% off. You know, the clearance section is not going to last very much longer when it comes to the 'Tis the Season. That's going to be ending on Friday with the new items that have been added from today. so you can check that one out. The other thing as well that started from today and is going to run all the way up until Friday, and that is giving you an additional £5, dollar or euro off. Now that just means exactly that. You can then take advantage when it comes to the code SUMMER in the promo checkout, SUMMER, and that's going to deduct £5, dollars or euros off of your order. Now within that one there, it is running right up till Friday, but it's one use per customer, so shop wisely. There is no minimum spend, so even if it's just like £6-7, you can still take advantage of that one if you want to. The only one item that it excludes is your gift cards. Other than that, you can use that against a single item or towards your basket, but you have got the option to use that right up until Friday on a one-use basis. But the votes are in, and I can tell you that it has gone to, let me just double check as well that we're all correct, goes into number 2. It goes into number 2 with our shadow box dies that Michelle done within Masterclass. So that's going to be going, well, we just really started from today, haven't we? So that's going to go up against the rest of the team. It'll certainly go up against Debbie tomorrow, who's going to be on that side with Corin on the side here. Absolute gem, had an absolute blast today. Probably laughed sometimes when maybe we shouldn't have, but you know what? It was all fun and inspire as always, so thank you, Michelle.
It's like naughty children. When you've said something that you know you shouldn't have, you can't help but have a giggle. But yes, it has been a giggle-filled day today, unfortunately.
It has.
Or fortunate.
Or fortunate, depending on what way. If the bosses are watching, unfortunate, we have been very professional. For anyone else, we've just had fun. You guys have enjoyed it. That is the main thing, so thank you very much. Thank you to Jake and also Liv that was here. I think she's going to be here the rest of this week as well. And then a big thank you to Dean and Charlotte as well in the gallery all day today. Thank you to Rachel and Susie T. That is me now for this week, just on Crafters TV. I am going to be about and about when it comes to prep and at home. You will find me on social media. What I will say though, if you are watching in the UK or beyond, I will be on Hobby Maker next Monday, so I'm not going to go far before I'm back here on Crafters TV. As I was just speaking about the devil a couple of moments ago, Corn has just not that long walked in. Very pretty devil, I should say. She's going to be on this side tomorrow with Debbie across on the other side. So have an absolute blast. I hope you have a lovely evening, have a lovely rest of the day, and I will see you later on next week here on Crafters TV. We'll see you then.